What's up, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius? Time for another news day on Tuesday. Today is August 31st, 2021. We've got news. Let's jump right in. Final Fantasy continues. We got the split banner. We got Doma Samurai Cyan, and my suggestion is don't pull for him. All right, but let's try to get excited. Okay. All right. So Cyan is the Final Fantasy VI unit that was split off of the previous banner, so he could be his own banner for some reason. Okay, so what do we need to know about Cyan? Cyan is a new type of unit, which they'll go over in detail later in many different parts of this patch, on the patch notes and the news information, and I guess we'll have to read that. But he is a super limit burst unit. That means that he does not have a brave shift, so he's a Neo Vision that does not have two forms. So instead, he just has one form, and every few turns his limit burst changes. His kit is almost non-existent. Basically, he has a limit burst, and every once in a while, his limit burst changes to a different limit burst. So get hype? Okay. So it's really kind of like a third of a unit, because there's almost no kit and no second part of the sprite and no unique vision card. So like, okay. All right. So Doma Samurai Cyan, he is a DPS, available at EX1. He gets his super limit burst, and the card that isn't his. Okay. And his super limit burst is reduce earth resistance to one enemy, boost earth damage of LB, abilities and magic and physical damage against dragons and stone monsters for caster, and deal earth damage to one enemy. Now, super limit bursts are a bigger DPS ability, but they're still going to fall to, Sephiroth or these premium units, Okay, so you can only use the limit burst every few turns. Okay. So, and then he gets an activated ability also. So whenever he gets the super limit burst and it turns on, depending on which turn it is, the higher EX you awaken him to, the faster you'll be able to use his super limit burst and his super limit burst activated ability. That's just boost attack and LB damage and fill LB gauge to max for caster. All right. Super Limit Burst cooldown is available from turn 5, so turn 5 he'll get his Super Limit Burst, and then the Super Limit Burst cooldown is reduced by 1 for each EX awakening, so it goes to 4 and then 3. Okay, the Vision card is Celeste's Vision card because he was supposed to be on the banner with her. We already know this Vision card. Okay, and available at EX2, his EX abilities are unlocked. His STMR Moogle, 1/10 of a Neo Vision summon ticket, and Metal Gigantoirs here. EX3, the Vision card, and some Gigantoirs. All right, now his Super Trust Mastery and Trust Mastery. These would be, I guess, the only two reasons to go for him. Is a 215 attack katana. It is a two-handed weapon, though. It activates World Splitting Katana, Final Fantasy VI units only. So him and Shadow boost LB damage by 75% and 20% chance of evading some physical attacks. So it is a 75% LB damage buff and 20% evade for a TDH 215 attack katana. Okay, so that's good for him. His Trust Mastery reward is boost attack by 50%, and boost physical and magical damage against demons and avian monsters by 40%? It's not 25, it's not 50, it's not 75, it's not 100. It's a weird number, it's 40%. What? Okay. Warring his featured EX abilities, so whenever you EX awaken him, and you get his EX abilities, he starts the game off with his LB filled. Okay. He has some basic attacks being changed to single attacks. Like his basic attacks get changed. Really nothing to write home about. He has Flurry, Final Fantasy VI, damage all enemies 4 times, and fill LB gauge for all allies. Now, that is something that he kind of can do, is he can be an LB gauge fill for all allies. But if you need that, there are other units that can do it. You take like Zidane, for instance, who can fill the LB gauge and give everybody evade, or Fu, which can just pop his Magnus and literally just fill everyone's LB gauge to max. So, you know, I don't know. Okay, so that's our 1 unit for this week. Then we've got the Elemental Turn Challenge. This is only an event if you didn't do it the first time it was around. So, bring 3 units of your choice and defeat the dummies as you can to win attractive rewards if you haven't done it yet. So if you did it last time, well, sorry. Okay, so you have the Ice Dummy, the Earth Dummy, and the Wind Dummy. And so if you are a new player, then have at it. But if you have been playing for more than, I don't know, a month and a half, when did this go away? Because they broke it. If you've been playing for, I think it was a month and a half, then okay. All right. So then we've got a item world. Let me try and fix that one. Let's see if we can. Okay, so we've got item world. Item world, collect, and you've got Dragon's Head Harp. You'll get Cannon's Blade and Humoto. So Dragon's Head Harp is a new weapon. It is a 2-handed instrument with 20 attack and 35 defense. I don't think you're really looking for attack or defense off of a harp. And then it has 150 magic and spirit. Not that great. I'd rather run a shield. You know, I don't see anybody wanting this. And then fill LB gauge by 200 every turn. Okay, so you can fill your LB gauge by 2 LB crystals and have 150 magic and spirit, but you can't wear a shield or another weapon. All right. And you can boost, the rare on it is boost magic and spirit by 50% and LB gauge fill rate by 50%. And the regular rare would be HP and spirit by 20%. So really you can get 70% spirit. I don't see its use. But okay. Then we've got Cannon's Blade. Cannon's Blade is the blade that also allows dual wield. So you can boost attack by 80%. So for newer players, this is actually kind of unique and interesting. This allows dual wield very easily if a unit does not natively have it. And you can get that boost attack by 80%. So actually, you know, be able to crack out some early damage. And then we have Humoto. Humoto is the, I think it's the ice one, I want to say. Then it is boost attack by 80%. The rest of the item world rares stay exactly the same. Your bonuses are basically to your global exclusive units. And then to a lower tier, the unit that is on banner this week. And then everybody else is all just the global exclusive units. Okay. Nothing new on all of that. It's just explains item world and how to do it. Okay. All right. So let's back out of there. Item world again. At this point, I feel like item world is basically arena. Like it's just a content that's always there and nobody wants to do it. All right, we've got Chronicle Battle Val Ig Armanda. Now we're gonna get crowns out of this. Now I'll explain crowns real quick. Well, it does it here. Use a Master's Crown to awaken abilities of specific Neovision units. So basically think of this as like another mat in the game that will allow you to unlock abilities, like EX abilities, for instance. This is just allows you to upgrade old units. So almost like Ability Awakening that we had with Christs. Many of the other systems that we've ever had to unlock new abilities on units. Well, this is the newest one. So you're going to get crowns, and crowns will unlock new abilities on units. as the newest form of currency that can do that. Okay. All right. The following units will receive a 300% parameter boost. So basically, all Final Fantasy 6 units for the event. And then you're going to get your Super Trust Moogle tickets 10. You're going to get a Master's Crown and the Vibrant Wings of Valagamarda. So I'm not exactly sure what this is. I couldn't find information about it quickly. But I'm excited to know what this is. It looks interesting. All right. So that's the Valagamarda. All right. And then we have the vision cards, the new arrival. There's no news here on this one. This is it telling us about Celeste's vision card. And then we have Chores with Grandpa, which are both, at this point, 2 older vision cards. Let's see here. What else do we got? Important notice regarding favorited equipment. This is the same notice. They're making sure you remember. Remember, everything's getting unequipped. Everything's getting unfavorited. Okay. All right. 2021 Player Appreciation Campaign. As a token of their appreciation for our continued support over the last 5 years, players will receive 2021 Appreciation Summon tickets via the mailbox based on the total number of login days from FFBE start until Thursday, 9/2. Each player Appreciation Summon ticket will be used to summon 10 4-star plus Neovision units. So you can't get any 3-star bases if you guys were hoping for them. All right. So they're based on echelons. Or tiers. So if you have a year, then you get 3 tickets. If you have 2 years, 6. 3 years, 9. 4 years, 12. And if you have around 5 years or above, then you get 15 tickets. Okay? Tickets will be distributed at the end of maintenance. Okay? Please note that you must log in from the end of maintenance. So each summon ticket can be used to summon. Okay, so if you've been around for if you just started your account, you get 3 10+1 summons. But if you've been around for a while, then you get 15 10+1 summons. So that's 150 summons. All right, so okay, I'll take it. All right, so summon period is for 2 months. All right. And what else do we got? Ability Awakening update. So this is where you can use crowns. So they're going to allow us to use crowns for the first units ever being Terra and Locke. Okay? So you'll take Terra or Locke in. Terra, her awakening will require multiple crowns. So you have to do, that's 1 crown for the first level, another crown for the second level, and then 2 more crowns for the third level. So in total, it's going to require 4 total crowns. Well, we're going to get 1 real soon. So, you guys are really excited to use your, Terra Neovision. Well, they're working on her. All right. But in total, what the end ability would be it boosts her field effects, which is like summoning the espers, and so now it's going to be boost fire physical and fire magical damage by 40%, boost ice physical and ice magical damage by 40%, or boost lightning physical and lightning magic damage by 40%. These are huge numbers, like 40%, and the fact that it's not just fire physical or fire magical, that it's sort of an omni, that's amazing. And that it goes from 30% all the way up to 40%. Even at 30%, the fact that you can just pop that and it goes either fire physical or fire magical is amazing. And being able to go all the way up to 40% is crazy. I definitely like field effect units, so that's a great one. Then we have Locke Neovision. Okay, so this is a global upgrade to Force Hunt. At Awakening 3, it becomes a 90% defense reduction. So if you want to spend your everything's on lock, Neovision, then you can awaken him to +3 for his crown ability, and he'll have a 90% defense reduction. The rest of his kit still stays the same though, so I don't know, you know? I don't know if I'd do it. Alright, what else do we got? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Challenge of the Brave Dungeon Update. In order to optimize acquiring Brave Insignias and strengthening Neovision units, they'll be consolidating the Brave Insignia used by some units in the near future. As a result, some Brave Insignia and the associated Challenge Brave will be retired. So, basically, they're going to start trying to... They're going to consolidate and merge a lot of these different ones. So, you're just going to have, like, one Final Fantasy VII token and not multiples, right? You're just going to have one... FFBE token, really, and not multiples. So they're just gonna start consolidating them, and through the consolidation, what that means is they have to retire these, and the ones that are currently in your inventory will get transformed into the new ones. So if you have some laying around of the Cloud tokens and some laying around of the Aerith tokens, they'll all become Final Fantasy VII tokens. For the Challenge of the Brave Insignias. And what they want to do is they want to move forward and make these only available from Chronicle Battles, which is what they should have done to begin with, but, you know, hindsight is 2020. I'm here with them. I thought these were cool at the beginning, although tedious, but the fact that you can get this stuff out of Chronicle Battles makes it a lot less tedious, and you're farming something along the way, too. So, they're going to remove all of the Challenge of the Braves, consolidate all of the tokens, the insignias, into more streamlined and less different insignias, and you'll be able to only farm them from Chronicle Battles from here on out. But for a little while, just so everybody can play to their heart's content, they'll unlock all of these. So all of these are going to get unlocked. That way everybody can play them as much as they want, just like the 10-man trials that go away tomorrow. Alright. The super limit type Neovision units. So this just explains the difference in Brave Shift forms. So the roll shift type is what we would call like a perfect shift unit, where it can stay in either form for as long as you want. The trance type is it can only stay in its form for a Neovision can only stay in its form for like 1-2 turns, whatever, and it immediately goes back. It's too powerful to be in the other form. And then the super limit type just doesn't have a Brave Shift form. It only just every 3 or 5 turns does a different limit burst, which is a little bit stronger. Okay, and so it just explains that they're easy to use and easy to equip because they're only one unit. It's so crazy. No, Brave Shift makes them easy to equip. They're really trying to sell you on it, but yeah, it's basically just, you know, the unit doesn't have a Brave Shift form. That's it. And they really made a nice visuals, but that's all it is. All right. So continuing on. 5th anniversary After Party 2 Exchange Shop. So introducing the After Party 2 Exchange Shop. So you'll be able to get them from the summon banner or the treasure summon, and you can exchange for Lapis, Transcension Pearls, 10+1 summon tickets, or 1/10 of a Neo version summon tickets. So you get some extra tickets when summoning for Cyan. You get your $12 summon for Doma Cyan, your exchange shop for Doma Cyan, your login bonus for him, you know, you get your shards and a little bit of other things along the way, and your Remember September login bonus. So this is just, you know, the first of the month, saying that you get some Lapis and a few other little things, you know, trust movables and whatever. And then we have maintenance. So that's it for this week, guys. Farm out the crown, I say farm out. Get one of them. Thank you guys for hanging out. Much love and peace.